Hey guys, LQ here with the LQ Review, and I'm here with my review of the most recent episode of Doom Patrol, and that episode is titled Cyborg Patrol. So this was last Friday's episode, so we're about 3 days into, I was wearing a hat. I wasn't in like some sort of awful accident. I was wearing a hat. um, so, Cyborg Patrol. This was the best episode of Doom Patrol yet. Now, if you remember, my collar's all messed up. If you remember, there's been some recent episodes where I've thought Doom Patrol has been kind of up and down. The season overall has been very, very, very good. But recently, it's drug a little bit. Well, it was all a build-up to this fantastic episode where the Doom Patrol is taken by Silas Stone, Vic's father, to the ant farm. The ant farm is a government installation that experiments on people like them, people with abilities. And they are all captured, and it looks like Silas has double-crossed them, and they enact a plan to get out of the ant farm to save Cyborg. And this is kind of the first, I mean, this really is kind of, other than some stuff early in the season, like Donkey Patrol and things like that, other than some of the early stuff, this is like Doom Patrol doing superhero stuff. And it's kind of what we've been waiting for, seeing their abilities on display, seeing them formulate and execute a plan, and seeing them come together as a team for the betterment of a team member. So they're coming together as a team to go rescue Cyborg. So this was a great episode. Each character had their moment to shine. Robot Man, Rita Farr, Negative Man, Jane. I love the scene where Jane turns back into Karen and possesses the guard, and she makes the guard go fight Cliff, and obviously that doesn't go too well for the guard. So I loved all that. So this was just a really good episode. The strong stuff though was with Cyborg. Cyborg was where this show, this episode shined, because it kind of went deeper into his personal struggle with the grid. And as I've talked about in past episodes, you know, the grid is evil. You know, in the comics, the grid is evil, and the grid actually separates himself from Cyborg and becomes his own entity called the grid. So, I look for this story to continue to develop. I look for the grid to become, you know, an antagonist. But I loved not just his battle with grid, but his battle against his own perceptions, where his father's concerned. And the end scene where he beats up his father, and then he realizes that everything that he had, all the images he had seen in his head about his father being evil, they were all put in there by Mr. Nobody. And he had beat up his father for nothing. He beat up a father who'd only ever cared for him and wanted the best for him. When he was holding his father in the hallway, when the Doom Patrol found him, that was a powerful moment. I don't think it was the best acted moment. Regardless of the acting, though, it was still a very powerful moment. And Mr. Nobody taunting Cyborg, that was good stuff. That was good stuff. I really am looking forward to seeing how this Mr. Nobody storyline wraps up. I hope it's not like Titans, where it carries over into the next season. I hope that there's Mr. Nobody resolution in this season. And I only hope that because we haven't gotten enough of Mr. Nobody. He pops up at the end of episodes, beginning of episodes, and he's manipulating things and he's pulling the strings. But we really haven't gotten a lot of him. So I really hope that we can get a lot of him here in these last couple episodes and wrap up his storyline. At least wrap up the storyline. That doesn't mean we have to kill him, doesn't mean we have to defeat him, but wrap up this storyline, and then we can move into the next one in the next season. But overall, this episode was fantastic. Very You know, some of the most recent episodes have been kind of slow paced. This was a fast pace. This was fast paced. This episode moved, and I'm glad it did, because as we're getting near the end, it's time to start, you know, doing that crescendo. You know, reaching the top of that peak, and really having some real action going on. So I'm glad for that. So I hope that they continue that in the next few episodes, and really give us something special here at the end of Doom Patrol, because this has been a great show, a great season, and I'm nothing but ecstatic about what we've gotten so far. How about you? Did you enjoy this episode? Did you enjoy Cyborg Patrol? Have you enjoyed Doom Patrol as a whole? Let me know in the comments down below. Thank you so much for being here at the LQ Review, where we talk about all of the nerdy, all of the geeky stuff that we love to talk about. And until next time, we'll see you later.